got some dried up old turkey tail, some cute lichens and mosses growing out of this trunk. Those white splotches are also lichens as well. Now that it's the winter, there's not really a whole lot surviving at this point, but we do of course have our blackberry bushes and the down understory. If only those would die off in the winter too. The suckers are just so strong and stoic. That's why they're so invasive and everywhere for us, but at least they have a yummy fruit we get to eat. Some ferns, hemlock tree. Here we have a very large English holly tree in the woods. Very fitting for Christmas time. Some red berries over there. This is unfortunately an invasive species. We really don't want to see it in our forests. It likes to sprout out and make little baby trees around it, which I do see some around the base, but it's so thick it's kind of hard to tell. But that's like a new tree next to the big tree. Now here we have some galls, which are insect homes. They're all over these branches. These generally aren't very good for whatever species that they're living on. So yeah, this one's really covered in them. It's not going to be able to grow very well, I don't think, because it's just got all this stuff going on. So many alder trees. You can tell you're looking at alder trees because they have the white bark, which almost looks like birch bark. However, the birch bark is naturally white, and then the alder bark is only white because of the lichen species growing on its trunks. So here we have a lot of our hardy, waxy, green shrubs in the understory of the forest that they stay green and alive all winter long. We have our sword fern, very popular fern, especially here in the Pacific Northwest. It's prehistoric, which is really cool. So it was here back around when the dinosaurs were here. We have Oregon grape, which has a very medicinal berry to it, and the whole plant has medicinal value as well. It's a very bright purple kind of berry. It doesn't taste very good to eat, but it is edible. It's kind of a pointy leaf, similar to our holly, but more elongated. And there's actually two kinds of Oregon grape. There's a taller tree looking one, and then the short shrub looking one. And then over here with some of our sword ferns and some more Oregon grape, we have salal, which is, I love the berry of it. It's kind of fuzzy like a kiwi, but I think it tastes really good in the summertime. This is a very, very common understory shrub, and it's got very specific waxy leaves, little white flowers in the spring. They remind me of little ghosties kind of, and then in the summer kind of furry purple berries, very small little berries. So these are some of our nice guys in the winter. Lots of them all over. I was planning on doing some off-trail stuff, but then when I got here, the sign said that that's a hunting zone and to be wearing bright colors, and all I had was this rope, and I don't know if you can hear those gunshots, but there are gunshots, so I'm not gonna go off the trail. But still gonna chat about the things that we see. Oh, Like this turkey tail. So much of it. Turkey tail has a lot of medicinal value too. They say it can have cancer fighting benefits to it if eaten in a tincture, which would not be a replacement for normal, like medicinal cancer treatment, but good thing to add into it maybe, or preventative measure. There's a lot of it on here. It's really old. And then it's got some algae growing on it too. So turkey tail is never green. Anytime you see the green on it, it's always algae that started growing on top of it. It's got the white porous underneath. That's how you know it's turkey tail and not its look-alike. The golden curtain, I believe it was called. And we have our red cedar tree. It's a really young one, so the trunk's really skinny back there. And you can't really make out its stripes yet like you can in the older ones, the strips that are used in basket weaving and such. But you can see the little butterflies and the stomata lines. If you remember from my last video, those are where the tree is photosynthesizing, so the sun goes in the top and then the oxygen is coming out of the bottom of those stomata lines. And can you see how it looks like a little butterfly, a bunch of butterflies going up the bit of it? That is how you know you've got the red cedar tree. Very common tree here in Washington State. And something cool that the cedar tree does is cladaptosis, which is a fun one to remember. Cladaptosis. And that's where all of these branches are being dropped by the cedar tree because it can propagate in the soil just by a dropped branch. And so it's doing that and trying to grow more of itself, a survival tactic of it. So something really fun and special about the red cedar tree. Got the butterflies, the cladaptosis. Such a historical and useful tree for our local tribes as well. So we love our red cedar tree. Thuya plicata. It's a scientific name. Wow, this is a cool looking one growing off the stick. This little guy is going to town on this insect gall, eating all the buggies in it. He don't even care about me standing right here.